A reminder for the future. The Oh Boy Book Club is meeting April 27th to discuss Replay, a novel by Ken Grimwood. But Nate, you say, you can't read? True, but there's an audiobook available, so I'm left with no excuse. Use your present to prepare for the future and the Oh Boy Book Club, meeting April 27th.
Okay. You're arguing that time travel is possible.
How much do you need me to dumb this down?
Just a little bit.
Agree to disagree.
First, a scientist makes a time machine that loops back exactly 1 minute into the past.
Oh, is that all?
Then the scientist kills his younger self.
As he does.
Now you have a man who should not and cannot exist, yet somehow does. That is the paradox.
Oh boy, it's a time travel podcast. My name is Nate, and he just got here about a minute ago. It's Brian Martin.
Yeah, fuck you, Nate.
What?
That's in the spirit of Tim Travers.
Oh my goodness.
Just starting off.
What if people haven't seen the movie?
Okay, well, geez, if you haven't seen the movie, just go watch the movie and then come back and be like, oh, that's why he told Nate to fuck himself.
As though I'd enjoy it as much.
Oh, man. Boy.
Yeah, Tim Travers.
Who could have known it could be so much fun?
This is the, fourth listener request, and it would be 4 in a row if you didn't squeeze in the documentary you wanted to do, right?
That's true. Yeah. But I think that this movie forms a nice triptych with history of time travel and Lola. One kind of leads to the next.
Well, are you just cutting out frequently asked questions? That doesn't get to be part of the picture?
I'm not counting frequently asked questions. Now, I will tell you, I think Tim Travers is a much better version of frequently asked questions about time travel.
Okay.
But we're already just kind of...
We're into it. We're into it already. It's kind of a deep dive, this movie, and I was just equating it in terms of we really front-loaded this season with listener requests and stuff.
We really front-loaded it with long-distance requests and dedication.
Okay.
Miss Casey Kasem. I miss Casey Kasem.
That's right. Good impression. All right, so the niceties then. What are you drinking over there?
Well, I've got my Woodford Reserve here. I pre-gamed tonight at my trivia show, but I feel like the last couple times I pre-gamed and then I drank water when I came home, I don't feel like it's gone as well. So I'm just going to...
Oh?
Let's keep the party going.
It's a good time.
And I will tell you what, check it out. Tonight's going to involve a visit to our favorite Tuscan garden.
Oh, man. All right, olives.
Got some fucking olives. Brand new. Check it out. Oh, fuck. Maybe it's not brand new. I thought it was going to pop. Still smells good.
You've only got a week to eat those.
Better get right on it. The clock starts now.
There's an in-joke on that. Go back and listen, folks.
We've had a lot of discussions about brine and the properties of brine.
And olives and their freshness. I'm drinking my Bulldog whiskey. As I mentioned before, I've got cupboards and cupboards of this stuff.
Need to get a sponsorship going.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we should. So I didn't have a mixer. So I had to run out tonight and I got a mixer, right? This is what I do. Liquor and soda, that's kind of my drink, right? So
yeah, sure.
I'm going down the soda aisle. Oh, maybe I'll do some cans of soda because those canned cocktails worked out so well for a while.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
$12 for a 12-pack.
All the soda's being held up in the Strait of Hormuz right now.
It's unreal. You know what I ended up getting? For $5, a 12-pack of Big K Dr. K soda. That is the Coca-Cola brand of Dr. Pepper.
Not a real doctor, much like Tim Travers.
Few corrections there. One, not a doctor.
It's a good segue if we were going right into it. I'm mixing it here with my Bulldog whiskey, and it's pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
All it's got to do is cut the whiskey. That's all it's got to do.
Yeah, and it saves me, $6? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot for soda. And I got some Jack Link's beef jerky for some reason.
Oh, hell. That looks like one of the long ones.
It's a long one.
It's like the yardstick size one.
Yeah, right. Like you get at the checkout counter.
It's like you and my dog gnaw on the same things.
They often look good, I'll admit.
They do. I don't know why that is.
It's jerky, man.
Every time I see it, I'm like, hell yeah, I could really go for that. And then my brain's like, why?
That's...
What are you talking about? What are you, a fucking pirate?
People like...
What is salted beef? Why do you need that?
People like jerky. People like jerky, okay? I think that it's probably time to get into this movie. What do you think?
Look, if we don't get into it soon, I'm going to lose it.
Then why don't you tell me what this movie's about?
Whoa, wait a minute. Doc, are you trying to tell me that my mother has got the hots for me?
Precisely.
Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox. So it was released in 2024. Technically, I think it was released in 25. It's made in 2024. It was written and directed by Stimson Sneed, who sounds like a Dr. Seuss character, but I assure you is a real person because he appears in the movie.
That's his real name?
Presumably. Only the second Stimson I've ever been aware of. The first being Stimson J. Cat from the TV series Ren and Stimpy.
I want you to meet my friend Stimpy. He's an idiot.
Now, Stimson Sneed wrote and directed this movie. It's based on his own 2022 short film of the same name. There's another short film out there.
Okay.
He's worked on a lot of independent stuff, but he was a co-executive producer on the newer runs of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, okay.
Which I would assume is how he knows Felicia Day and how he got her to be in this movie. The movie stars Samuel Dunning as Tim Travers. Most of the Tim Travers you see in the movie, anyway. Felicia Day as Delilah. Felicia Day, of course, recognized among nerds everywhere for her roles in The Guild, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, Comic-Con cruises, and her role as King of Forrester on the newer episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Also starring Joel McHale as James Bunratty. You know Joel McHale from The Soup and Community.
Right.
The aforementioned Stimson Sneed as Helter. Danny Trejo as Royce.
Yep.
You know Danny Trejo. I don't need to fucking qualify that. And also Keith, I didn't take it out for air, David as the Simulator. You know Keith David. You love Keith David. You fucking love him.
Yeah.
He was in The Thing, They Live. What else? What else Keith David?
How'd all these people end up in this movie?
I have no idea how he got all of them. I mean, obviously Felicia Day was on MST3K. I'm sure they met through that, but Trejo? Keith David?
Yeah.
These are people with real pedigrees here. Joel McHale. I love that guy. Here playing basically the same character he played in the X-Files reboot series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know? Like the right-wing conspiracy theorist. Here he's a little bit less put together.
And the right-wing side of it is a little backseated.
Here he seems more coast-to-coast AM, kind of.
Yeah, and like mysteries of the unknown or whatever kind of conspiracy theory. Not QAnon.
Right, yeah, not Pizzagate.
Yeah, right.
The Time Traveler's Paradox is something many of us have spent hours, if not years, thinking about. And I am, of course, talking about us in the royal sense, Nate and I, and you, the listeners.
Right. That's what we're all here for.
Because we've all obviously thought about this exact scenario. What happens if you go back in time and kill yourself, inadvertently or otherwise, in the past? Perhaps no one has spent more time pondering this than particle scientist, don't call him a doctor, Tim Travers, who has just successfully constructed the world's first time machine. Not one to dally, Tim wastes no time testing the paradox, traveling 1 minute into the past and shooting his younger self in the head. Now, what Travers theorizes, and most of us would agree, I assume, is that preventing himself from traveling back in time in the first place will have some observable effect on the space-time continuum. What he finds instead is that he can keep going back and killing every successive version of himself, really without changing anything. It's a big mystery, and it's going to take the combined effort of a whole bunch of Tims, a council of Tims, if you will, to figure it all out. Mandatorily joining Tim on this quest is Delilah, a podcast producer Tim has a fairly disastrous first date with, and that's without the time travel stuff. Helter, a hired gun who has been tasked, to his mounting chagrin, with killing one seemingly unkillable man, and most importantly, Tims of every sort. Some lethargic, some romantic, some egomaniacal, but all of them, and this is really important, very self-loathing.
Right.
Two of these Tims in particular take very different paths through their fateful eternity/afternoon together, bringing the fate of the universe down to a choice between cold detachment and self-respect.
You're done?
That's it, I'm done.
I just put a big old piece of jerky in my mouth just as you finished. And I'm like, I'm supposed to talk now. Yeah. So I have a lot of thoughts on this movie. And
what movie was it recently that I mentioned probably had a screenplay that was far lengthier than you would anticipate like a 90-minute movie screenplay to be? Was it Frequently Asked Questions?
You may have mentioned it there.
Maybe. This one, holy shit, I can't even imagine how long the screenplay for this movie is. Because it is a mile a fucking minute.
Oh, okay, because it goes so fast.
The dialogue, the quips, like, it moves so quick. I kept having to pause it, because I was taking notes and I was writing down, oh, that was a good line, that was a good line. And eventually I just sort of like, I don't think I can keep up with this. You know what this is like? It's like 30 Rock. For 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, this felt to me like a very post-30 Rock production, because there's constant quips back and forth. There are momentary flashbacks back to things that happened. There's the focus shunting from one Tim to another Tim just to pay off a gag. You know, like, those sorts of things happen at such a lightning fast pace.
Sure. So you sat down and watched this in one sitting, I assume, yeah?
No. God, no.
No? Oh, okay.
No. I only watched about half of it. Well, no, 2/3 of it probably. And then I was like, all right, Uncle, I gotta take a break. And part of that is because I watched it on Pluto.
Oh, God.
And there were ad breaks constantly.
Yeah. I also tried to watch a free version online. Interestingly, as far as free versions of this movie, folks, the movie is on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but the curse words are bleeped out.
Hey, excuse you, go.
Oh my God.
And,
there are so many.
And yeah.
It's like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, and all the bloody bodies are blurred out.
There's a lot of those.
And there's a lot of those. A good amount of those for sure.
There are a lot of gruesome kills. Lots of headshots in this movie.
Yeah.
Mother. Ow! Why did you get on there? Ow!
Perhaps more than you'd expect.
So there's a free version on YouTube. I was trying to watch it on some other platform I'd never heard of before, like started with an X. I don't know, it was like Zero
was it X?
Or something. I don't know what it was. But it took me 2 nights and an evening because I kept putting it on probably right around this time. We record late at night, folks.
It's too late.
It's
like
too
your
late.
brain can't generate the energy to keep up with this movie.
I kept falling asleep and I give up. I'll watch it again tomorrow. And I got to about the last 15 minutes and I'm like, I can make it through 15 minutes. And I couldn't make it and I just shut it off. And I'm like, okay, I will watch the last 15 minutes before we podcast about it, right?
Did you not?
I did. No, I did. I got there.
Okay. All right,
what I
good.
did is because I had to go to the I had to go to the gym tonight because I'm trying to get swole, Brian.
Sure. Okay.
You gotta be
as one does.
As one does. And so I put that YouTube version on my phone and I listened to the movie for a while.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then I came home and actually watched the latter half of the movie that I had missed. And in doing so, I gained an appreciation for this movie. I will tell you that I, early on, was very worried that the listener requests for me were going to go 1 and 3. Because when I started watching this movie, I was like, this dude is insufferable, intolerable.
Yes.
I could not root for him as a hero in any regard.
For most of the movie, I was thinking, like, he's a very similar character, maybe a little less self-serving, but he's going to be in the same sort of vein of characters as the Chrononauts were. These just sort of insufferable douchebag kind of characters. Now, this guy's a little too smart for his own good. He's just kind of an asshole.
Outside of that, everyone. I mean, he's also just maniacally evil.
Yes.
When you think about where he came from as a child, right?
Torturing his friends.
His quote-unquote friends.
That was the 30 Rock moment I was talking about, where it's like, and you see him as a kid, right. And his mom comes in, like, not another one, you know?
Yeah, a quick flashback. It's like a Joker moment. He's got jumper cables and presumably a car battery or something, and he's about to electrocute his friend, who's tied down with duct tape over his mouth. And I'm like, what am I watching here? I don't like watching this.
Are those real?
No, Mom. I'm just using the electric potato.
All right. I do not want to repeat of the guinea pig incident. Only shock the potato.
Yes, Mother.
Oh, I'm going to have to dig another hole.
Then, as I was thinking about our podcast tonight, he's like a supervillain. Mm-hmm. And then it clicked in my brain. I'm like, I got it. You know, he's a supervillain. And all the supervillains that try to carry their own comic book titles or their own movies, they're not villains. They end up doing some kind of heroic anti-hero style story, right?
Right.
And this one, he has no redeemable qualities. Like none.
Right.
And as soon as you start to realize that this is a genuinely evil, despicable person who comes to find something at the very end, it opened up some doors to where I was like, man, there's a lot of stuff here that I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not all just, it all seems so gratuitous for a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie opens with several minutes of him just perpetually shooting himself in the head over and over and over again, callously and cavalierly. There's no regard given.
Right.
It's like he's viewing himself as just this test subject. And it's this sort of nihilistic point of view that drives the movie to where it ultimately ends up. You recognize immediately, like, yeah, he's a loathsome character. Look at how caustic he's being and how little regard he's got for even his own life.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just there to make you laugh, and it's not just there to shock you. The movie has something to say about that. And as Tim creates Tim after Tim after Tim, time after time, and they have to start being labeled based on the Greek alphabet, right?
Right.
We start to discover that there are subtle differences in each of these Tims. And even as one of them observes, just a couple hours can change someone's life. And the time that they spend existing among one another starts to alter some of them in some surprising ways that leads him on this path to self-discovery. If you're just taking the first 10 minutes of this movie, I think it's safe to say pretty unexpected.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like it runs later than just 10 minutes. It took a while for him to get anywhere that you could respect on any level.
Even when he's on the podcast at the beginning, the scenes where he's on the podcast with Bunratty is portrayed as a character that's kind of full of himself. His staff doesn't like him. But when he's up against Tim Travers, his guest on the show, Bunratty is much more likable.
Right.
Immediately, you kind of start to feel bad for him because Travers is just kind of raking him.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what a dick, you know?
Why are you even here? I mean, you don't respect any of this. He's been ranting at my audience and me for 2 hours, torturing us. Did I do something to you? Did I beat you up in a playground somewhere when I was... No, nothing like that. You just dumbed down the human race a little bit.
He becomes sympathetic when he's just being barraged by this person that came onto his show, right? He's a guest on my show, and he can't give me even the decency of engaging, first of all. And then when he does, he just... well, he's worse than the guests that we've had on our show, let's say.
Well, he's just very aloof, flippant.
Yeah, and then just downright mean.
Yes, yeah.
And Bunratty has a line in the movie that really reaches to the theme that ultimately gets there.
Why is it so important for you to be smarter than a guy you don't even respect? I mean, who are you trying to impress here?
That's it, right?
Yeah.
That is a great line.
That's a good line, because he was just sort of defeated at that point. He's thinking, dude, why are you being such a dick? Clearly you don't even respect me. Why is it so important that you be smarter than me? That's kind of the self-discovery that Tim has to go on.
Yep.
And it's just kind of a fascinating journey. Or it becomes one when you start to think at it from this other angle. Like I said, I had immersed myself and was ready to dismiss this movie because I was like, why? Like, no movie ever works with a hero you can't root for.
Correct.
There has to be something. And there was nothing. Nothing. There wasn't anything that you could even sympathize with to begin the movie with. And I was like, man, they have really missed the mark with this guy.
Yeah, it moves at such a rapid pace.
Unless you're watching it in 3 sittings.
When you watch it in 3 sittings, like if you mandatorily kind of stop it, hey, God, I really hate this guy.
Yeah.
But it's relying on the fact that you're barely keeping up with it at any given moment. And I mean that in terms of dialogue, and I mean that in terms of concept. Because this movie really expects a lot of you, the viewer. It is expecting you to sit down and pay attention and accept through all of that you're going to miss things.
Yeah.
Because it is throwing stuff at you so quickly, whether it's quips or time travel pseudoscience that it's tossing
that stuff
at you.
was surprisingly dense.
It is very dense.
Yeah.
And because the only people explaining it to anybody else within the context of the movie are various Tims explaining it to other Tims
who already know.
One of them will start explaining it and they're like, yeah, I get it, you don't need to explain it. And we're like, whoa, what? You know?
Well, explain it to the rest of us. Yeah.
The machine works by using entangled particles. Now, one particle is tied to the entrance door. That's the door moving forward through time. The other particle is run through the accelerator, slowing its frame down to a near standstill in time.
Who are you explaining this for?
That particle is tied.
We all know this.
I'm not ashamed to admit this is actually helping. But Alpha has been on this side of the door for longer than 1 minute. So that means that the paradox has overtaken the time difference.
We know!
I think we're pretty seasoned with this stuff.
With time travel, sure. Yeah.
It was a lot to keep track of. Now, that being said, if you can kind of detach yourself from it and just enjoy the ride, there are a lot of things in here to really enjoy from a time travel perspective without really thinking about the mechanics of it all too much.
Yeah.
Because this, much like the last thing we watched, the history of time travel, it takes every sort of time travel concept and conceit and kind of rolls it into one movie.
Outside of time travel even. It's almost just science fiction theories.
Yeah.
Not just time travel. It's not pigeonholed into time travel.
Yep.
It's got the world as a simulation.
Is a part of it.
Is a part of it. Got your time loops in there. They've got their multiverse in there. They've got, I mean, you name it.
You've got your paradoxical object.
Right.
In there in the form of the football.
Right. Exactly.
But the football is so great.
It is.
When the one gets hit in the face with it.
Out of nowhere.
Where did the football come from? The football didn't come from anywhere, you know? Like, a minute later, one of them chucks it through the time machine.
That's exactly
and it's the same
right.
football that hit the guy in the face.
Yep.
You know I'm a sucker for that shit.
You're a sucker for that. That's your catnip.
Oh, the fuck?
Asshole. Perfect timing. The problem is that the door only opens backwards in time. Send something through the exit door and it's just a normal door. But use the entrance door. Man.
Oh,
See? I just threw that back in time, hit Epsilon in the head, and started that particular loop. Sorry, but where did the football come from? So, we just need to bring both doors into the same time frame, allowing us to travel the other way through, which, in theory, would let us catch up to the paradox. Seriously, where did the football come from?
And it's treated as a gag here. It's just one gag.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's technically 2 gags.
Yeah.
Because it comes back at the end, but...
That's true, but it's a gag, but at the same time, it's definitely pointing out the fact that it's a time loop. You know what I mean? Like, it stops and asks, where'd the football come from more than once? That one's a little hard to miss. But
yeah, oh, for sure.
I guess we've kind of dug in early, but do you like the results of this movie?
I do.
You like it? Yeah.
I liked it. I really did enjoy it. Kind of talking about like Lola and even History of Time Travel, how they were able to use their budget to their advantage. I have, again, no idea what the budget was for this movie. It couldn't have been that high. But what they're able to achieve is really good. And the story itself is, again, partly because it moves at such a breakneck pace, really unique among time travel stories. And a lot of the dialogue is genuinely funny. The stuff that...
Yeah, if you laugh at that kind of thing.
Travers says, if you laugh at things. Like, I love...
There are some good moments in there that, I mean...
I love Royce, Danny Trejo's character.
Royce is great.
Has some great fucking moments in there.
Yep.
Joel McHale, not so funny in this, but...
No, he's the butt of the jokes.
Yeah, he's the butt of the jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
And the interplay among the Tims is really engaging. Like a lot
of it is.
Especially as they start to diverge, right?
Right.
And you get this one, Zeta, who really goes off the deep end, literally, at one point in the movie. And then you've got the other really principal one, Gamma, who has learned the importance of loving himself in a very literal sense, but not quite as literal as some of the others.
Yeah, well...
It's crazy. Like, this is fucking nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah, that gets a little out of the realm of...
It's like the first thing they think to do.
Yeah,
We've got like 20 Tims?
And that's...
Fuck. Orgy, man.
Yeah,
it's a victimless crime. I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that with myself.
No, that's the part of the movie that... Even after I gained my appreciation for it, I'm still like, what are we doing this for? I understand the growing of a relationship between the two of them and starting to feel that, but like...
It's the most bizarrely sweet thing I've seen.
Yeah. And
recently.
It's a little creepy. Like what...
2 versions of Tim that start to legitimately fall in love with each other.
Yeah, but it's just yourself. It's a physical representation of loving yourself, which is what the goal for the character is at the end, is to find a way to love himself.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the self-respect. This has been, and I remember this from my youth, that idea that in order to really learn to love someone else, you must love who you are.
Yeah.
Not like in a literal I love you sense, but like if you don't love who you are, then how can you be expected to share that love with somebody else?
Right.
Right? Pretty simple concept. This movie takes it to its extremes.
It's about finding something in yourself that you can see somebody else appreciating.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't see that about yourself, you'll never believe anybody else can. And Tim learns that over the course of the movie because one of them actually does fall in love with the other. Even that, I was kind of like I don't know. It just seemed weird.
It does, but that hits, and it's so brief. The two share a tender moment, and we kind of see a montage where they're sweetly engaging with each other.
Yeah, they're making each other a little timid, or making their butterflies in their tummy, a little smitten with each other, and a little bashful and stuff like that.
But then one of them gets killed, and as all Tims, the fate of all Tims.
That did not go great. Just take it easy, okay? It's gonna be a bitch to patch up, but you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. We just need to think. I just need to think. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
Just hang out with me for a minute. Please.
Okay. Just 1 minute. That's all you get.
Which is the first time that you've ever seen Tim value life.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's killed himself repeatedly. He's died several times since then in gruesome fashion.
Yeah.
And even witnessed Delilah kill herself.
That's crazy.
It's just like, this is the first time that he's actually wanted to stop it from happening.
Yes.
He loves this version of himself. And it's just a visual, literal sense of loving yourself. But
yeah,
to represent the ethereals, love and respect yourself. The characters work through the themes of the movie just in dialogue. I mentioned a moment ago, why is it important to be smarter than somebody you don't respect? The larger sense is, why is it important that we matter?
Yeah.
As a human race, as a person, why is it so important for humanity to matter?
Yeah, the concept of God keeps coming up throughout the movie, right? Like, even in ways small and large and very literal. So there's a character named Helter, again, played by the director and writer of the movie, who is kind of hunting Tim through the first half of the movie, and you're not really sure why, but he kind of looks like a character who could be one of those futuristic bounty hunter kind of characters that's like hunting him down because of something he's done to the timeline. You find out
really
that
get that sense.
That it's not that. I felt like there was something that Tim had done time travel-y that had necessitated this person.
No, but he was so confused by it all.
His employer is the Kingmaker or whatever his name is.
You're right.
It just, you know what it kept reminding me of? It reminded me of the Rainmaker from
Looper.
From Looper, you know?
Yeah,
and I just kept thinking, like, oh, he fired a shotgun, climbed to, like, the blunderbuss.
Yeah, but
there was something about him that would just seem like there's some kind of time travel-y element to him. It's not true. He's just there because Tim stole plutonium.
Like Doc Brown.
Much like Doc Brown did.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Yeah.
But there's a moment where one of the Tims is engaging with Helter, and...
What are you? Are you a god? Well, metaphorically, everyone's a god from their own perspective, so... Literally, are you a god? No, not a god. Not yet.
Self-determinism, right?
Yeah,
All of that. Which also is an idea that gets kind of turned on its head by the end. But this concept of God just kind of keeps coming up until the point where we actually meet God at the end of the movie.
Theoretically speaking.
And he's just basically... that whole scene with Keith David is amazing.
It's really good.
They reduce him down to a pathetic and inferior wannabe writer.
3 out of the 4 listener requested movies are about writers.
That's interesting. Yeah, you're right.
Struggling, tiresome writers.
I would say this is the best of them, in the sense that God himself is just kind of a shitty writer.
Yeah, right.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
It's pretty funny. And it's played for a gag. I mean, that's a joke. But getting back to the bounty hunter, though, I never got the sense that he was from the future or chasing him for time travel reasons.
And I say the reason that I thought he was maybe some sort of time bounty hunter, really because of his jacket and because he was bald. Those are really the only 2 things informing it.
Well, fuck, I'm sitting here in a jacket and I got no hair either.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. He and then he immediately orders a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, that's funny.
At the bar, which is really cute.
I liked that character quite a bit.
I did too.
It never even occurred to me that he'd be a future bounty hunter because he was so confused by it all.
Yeah. Every Tim he meets and kills, he gets progressively more worried, concerned. Like he's actually terrified by what he's experiencing.
Yeah.
He thinks he's hunting a man who cannot be killed.
Yeah. Are you a god? Yeah. It's also just really funny that he clearly has an assignment to read something really bone-chilling before he shoots the guy, right? He's supposed to read this message from the Kingmaker to Tim Travers before he shoots him.
That was worth the wait. Oh, shit. Hold up.
to read you something. Here we go. Mr. Travers, the Kingmaker is a teacher, and today he is teaching you... You listening? Shit. The Kingmaker is above such things. The Kingmaker is a teacher, and today he is teaching you the consequences of stealing from better men. Then shoot him. Then shoot him. Right. Crap.
Right. Supposed to. Oh man, that if any part of it was going to make me laugh, that was it.
The other thing I really like about that gag early on is that the Tims that keep getting killed are the ones going on the coffee runs.
Yeah, right. So they set up the buddy system.
Like, yeah.
All the other Tims are more upset that they're not getting coffee than the fact that all the other Tims are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to expect that given the fact that they'd callously been killing themselves over and over and over again in the attempt to create a paradox just to see what it'll do, essentially.
Right. Because as you come to find out, the ultimate goal of Tim, either on a subconscious or eventually a conscious level, is to undo reality.
Yeah.
Like, he's actively trying to destroy the universe.
Yeah.
Because he hates himself that fucking much.
Right. And he should, because he's despicable.
He should. Yeah, no, he should. He characterizes Zeta later in the movie as the worst version of the worst person.
Of the worst person, yeah. After getting some helpful advice from a bounty hunter and murderer.
What a wonderful moment.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Royce is so great. Like, Danny Trejo, of course, you know Danny Trejo's going to deliver when he shows up in something. Like, he doesn't phone shit. Danny Trejo shows up in your movie, he is ready to Trejo the shit out of this.
Well, I believe that the director is playing this halter character because he could only get Trejo for a day.
Yes, I think you're right.
You know? Like, he got Trejo on set for a day, and he's like, all right, so he's the real assassin that's coming in at the end, and I guess I'll play some guy, like a stand-in for him. And then we'll just kind of create these. Yeah, exactly.
Trejo is such a cool dude, man. I saw him at a Mad Monster one time here in Charlotte. And he had a table next to John Kassir.
For those of you that don't listen to every single episode.
Oh, sure. It's a horror convention.
The horror convention.
It bounces around, but they have one in Charlotte a couple times a year. And Trejo does the best Crypt Keeper laugh. Like, you would not believe how good it is.
That's cool.
But, like, even after the show hours were over, we were all hanging out in the bar, and Trejo's just walking around and just engaging with people.
That's awesome.
He is the coolest damn dude. I'm telling you. I'm not surprised that you got Trejo in this movie, because it's like, Danny, I want you to play a bounty hunter in this movie. Like, sign me up! You know?
Yeah, I've done that before.
It's like when he was on Breaking Bad, you know, Tortuga.
He played the knife throwing bounty hunter killer in Desperado.
Oh yes, he did. Yes, he did. He played Johnny 2022, Johnny 23, whatever his name was in Con Air.
Oh yeah,
remember?
Yep. He played Kukui in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah.
Machete in the Spy Kids movies.
In the Spy Kids movies.
That's where the character started.
As Machete?
Machete is in the first Spy Kids movie. Danny Trejo as Machete was in Spy Kids.
What?
I'm not fucking kidding.
I thought it started as the trailer in the Grindhouse movies.
No, that came after Spy Kids. I'm not joking. Okay. Danny Trejo plays Machete in Spy Kids.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I have not heard that before, but
obviously you haven't watched the Spy Kids film.
They're making allusions to these other movies, right? Because clearly the plutonium thing is a Doc Brown
Back
thing.
to the Future,
right?
Absolutely about that.
But I love Desperado, and I know that Danny Trejo plays that assassin. When he shows up to kill Tim Travers, him and his cronies, one of the cronies throws a knife.
Not magic. Just power.
Sorry, but who the hell is...
Yeah, nice work. Arthritis sets in. Gotta start delegating, as you get older.
If I may.
this all about the stolen plutonium?
Yeah, it's about the plutonium. How the hell do you forget about plutonium?
Yeah.
And I was like, is that a callback to Desperado? That
almost
might
definitely.
A callback to Desperado.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
One thing about this movie that is true of all the best time travel movies is nothing here happens arbitrarily. I think everything in this movie is done with a purpose, whether that purpose is just to get a laugh, or to push the narrative along.
As far as funny things, the other thing that I found really funny,
I'm just thinking of Trejo again. Go ahead.
But another little funny thing, all of the side characters in the background that understand what's going on.
Oh, God, the people in the bar.
The people in the bar.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
The homeless guy outside the bar.
Right. At that point, there are 3 Tims, and they're discussing the magnitude of the time travel experiments and what could possibly be happening. And there's just another patron at the bar that's like, yeah, probably like that, like he understood the conversation. And then at the end of the movie, as you just mentioned, a singularity is forming in the sky and destroying reality. And there's a homeless dude right there that's like, it kind of looks like a singularity. It's like, yeah, I think you're right.
It reminds me of the scene in Ghostbusters when they get locked up. And they start to put the map down on the table and they're talking about the plans and all of the people in the jail cell just come over and start listening.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, none of them know what the fuck's going on.
But these guys do know what's going on. And I found that really, really funny.
Yeah. It's really fun. I mean, I think it's cool that the bar was called the Entropy Bar, right? Clearly, every character in this movie is a fan.
Yeah.
Except maybe Delilah.
888-633-5452.
Who still gets it.
Yeah, she can relate with him on some level. Also, they didn't put those 2 characters together. And instead they had a resolution of understanding that there's hate and then there's love and then there's something in the middle. And we can be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it is really cool that they fought the urge to have those 2 end up together.
Right. It's hard to point to the time when I did start rooting for him. And it may not have been until Danny Trejo's scene.
I think that's the moment.
Yeah.
I really do think it's the moment. Because even that dialogue back and forth, Tim is still a bit of a prick.
I mean, yeah.
And it's like he's still kind of coming to terms with the feelings he had and expressed for the other Tim earlier in the day.
Right.
I was giggling here a second ago because the conversation Trejo and Tim have together is, I think, my favorite sustained sequence in the movie.
So you and that Helter guy were coming here to kill me because...
Stolen reactor.
Stolen reactor, right. I knew that radio show was a mistake. But just so I'm clear, you're not going to kill me now?
No. You want to know the secret to long life? Know your limitations. The other you killed my men with his mind. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to go home, call my grandkids, and tell them I love them.
Wow. You're married? With kids and grandkids? That's amazing.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Didn't mean to offend. It's just that you're literally a professional murderer. I mean, does your wife know about that?
She thinks it's hot. And it is.
Yeah.
I was like, that's great. That is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But he goes on and it's a pretty deep, substantive conversation.
Yeah.
Some people are just meant for love.
Now,
right?
The question, I guess, if you're going to talk about it narratively and as a movie and, whatever constructive criticism you could give, you have all of these Tims that are on that self-discovery train, but the ultimate realization came from a character that came out of nowhere. And it just kind of sat down and had that. Now, I like that scene. I like everything that happens in it. And I like that Danny Trejo delivers it. I like how he delivers it. I love everything about that, except for the fact that Danny Trejo is an afterthought in this movie. Like I said,
Sure.
like he's...
You got him for a day.
You got him for a day. And he just comes in and gives this soliloquy about finding a way to love even the worst aspects of yourself. I love the way he spells it out, too.
Good for you. And her. Some people are just meant for love. Some aren't.
Yeah, bullshit. Abusers, rapists, drug dealers, murderers, politicians, pricks on YouTubes, worst people imaginable. Most still find someone to love them in spite of being worthless garbage. And that includes you. Now, your problem is that you don't know how to love yourself. And nobody can help you with that.
Pricks on YouTubes.
Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube's plural.
All of these horrible people, the worst people in the world, have been able to find somebody that loves something about them.
Yep.
Tim had at that point resigned himself to the fact that, well, some people are bound to find love, and for some people it'll never be. Yep. And he's like, fuck that. You fucking incel. Yeah.
Right. The line that does it for me is, find the angriest, ugliest part of you and show that son of a bitch they're beautiful.
Right.
You want to learn to love yourself, you've got to find the angriest, ugliest part of you and show that son of a bitch they're beautiful.
You must have to do that a lot.
Screw you. I'm beautiful. If you don't believe me, just ask my grandkids.
Right?
Yeah.
That's great. It's a great line. It's just a great line. Especially when it's delivered by Danny Trejo.
I mean, it has good impact and everything, and I don't want to sell it short. I'm not trying to. But I'm just thinking, if there were room for improvement in this, I wonder if the Halter character and the Royce character truly were the one character that I suspect they were written to be.
Yeah.
That scene in the bar means something a little bit more if it's coming from the person that has been playing cat and mouse with you for most of the movie.
That you have just completely flummoxed.
Yeah.
At every turn.
Yeah, and then at the end, he's like, I'm out, or whatever. They have that conversation at the bar. I suspect that's the way it's expected to happen. But
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I think probably, and that might even be why Ol Stimson here is playing the character.
Yeah, it was like, well,
I only got Trejo for a day. I don't have enough time, so I'll just play this guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I honestly.
And that's not to slight him because he does a really great job.
No, he's good. He's got the funniest
so
part. He's got the funniest part.
Yeah.
No, he's good.
You're not gonna believe this, but earlier tonight I met a guy who looked exactly like you.
Just have one of those faces, I guess.
You do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get going, so you have a lovely little evening or whatever.
Jesus Christ! Ah, shit! The Kingmaker is a teacher. Did it again.
I don't fault it for that. I'm just trying to square what I saw on the screen with what I suspect was written on the page.
Yeah.
But you never know. Backing it up just a little bit, and when we were talking about being able to root for Tim.
There's a point where Tim goes really bad, but where Tim becomes objectively worse than all the rest of them.
The moment I lost all the respect was the flashback scene where, as a child, he's torturing someone.
That's fair. I mean, that's totally fair. I don't think the movie expects you to do that, but I understand why you think that.
I mean, that was like sick. And I was what am I watching? And I don't have any interest in seeing this person grow at all.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
That being said, I hesitate to use the word hero. Hero in the protagonist sense. The hero of this story, the protagonist of this story, they're supposed to want something and need something, right? And the idea, from a writer's perspective, the character has something that they want, and it's often in conflict with what they really need. Right? And the best stories are sort of like having that character realize what they truly needed versus what they wanted. And in this case, I went back sort of by accident, as I was mentioning while I was getting swole in the gym.
Right. Got to get huge, got to stay huge.
Yeah, right. How much you benching, by the way? No,
you see this jar of manzanilla olives? That's what I'm benching right now.
I hate working out. It's the worst. I hate it.
Once again, I am Hans. I am Franz, and we are here to pop your...
Anyway, I'm doing it because I'm old. But the point being, when I was just listening to the movie, I had backed it up to the point where he has this conversation with Delilah's character. About the reason he's doing it. And he's like, is curiosity not enough? And she goes off on this. She's like, no, curiosity. You're curious about things like crypto. You're curious about things that you can lord over somebody else. There has to be a real reason.
I want what everyone wants. To stand alone with God at the end of time and tell the bastard off.
Humble. And I bet you $5, God's a she.
Our world is shit. It's definitely a he.
Wanting to stand toe-to-toe with God and tell him off.
Yep.
Again, it's the viewing experience I had. I heard that and let it just pass because at the time I was like, I fucking hate this dude and I'm ready for this movie to be over, right?
Yeah.
So I just kind of missed that. And then it wasn't until I had backed that up that I was like, oh, crap. Because at the end of the movie, that's what he's doing when he's facing off with himself first, and then like the actual theoretical creator of the world as a god. So it was like, oh, they set this up and then they pay it off. And now I'm ready to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay,
exactly.
Let me pay a little more attention to this instead of like trying to watch it while I'm falling asleep.
I'll hand it to you. I forgot about that line.
And she says,
I started picking up on the God stuff eventually, but yeah, I missed the early stuff.
By the end of this movie, they've even made the torture scene relevant.
Speaking of the torture scene.
Yeah.
Did you catch his full name? Timothy Oliphant Travers.
Yeah. No, I did. I did. Of course I did.
Our boy.
That's great. I love it.
Timothy Oliphant Travers.
Yeah, how could I not have written that down?
What a great...
Why did I not jot that down? Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'll kill 4 of you before you even clear your weapons, and I'll take my chances with the other 2. And you see this star? That's going to make it legal.
One of my favorites, Timothy Oliphant.
Who would fucking name that anyway?
Who wouldn't do that?
Who wouldn't
If your
do
name
it?
is
That's
Tim,
the real.
your middle name has to be...
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's really great. But he's making an argument to his mom in that scene that he's only using the electricity out of potato. You know, out of the potato. And he's written the word potato on his friend's forehead.
Right.
I couldn't find humor in that. Like
beyond the pale.
Yeah, and
yeah.
And it's like I know that other people can, so I really did believe that the movie was only on that level, and it was for the people
bleak.
that can get to that. You know,
it's a bleak moment, but it really is just a gag, right?
Until the end. I mean,
and you're not wrong to pick up that it's like this is a bleak gag, and it's kind of informing everything I know about this character at this point.
Yeah,
I don't think the director intended for it to be taken so gravely.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you back up and look at it, it is extremely dark.
Yeah.
Because he then follows it up with, yeah, I didn't really have a lot of friends for a long time.
That's serial killer shit.
Yeah.
And again, there are plenty of movies that play this kind of thing for a joke, the type of dark humor that I maybe don't get into. And I thought that that's all this was going to be, and I was ready to check out.
Yeah.
But it comes back around. Like I said, by virtue of the way I was able to watch it, I gained an appreciation. And again, when I realized the protagonist of the story is the supervillain, there are no good parts of him. Like, that's the point. This is a story about a villain, and the one time that you're actually going to see a story about a villain, because they're not trying to give him any redeeming qualities.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of the most interesting thing to me. The thing that stands out is that we never really find out what made him be this way.
That I still call a failing.
He is just an absolute horrendous person from the time he's a child to the time he's an adult. So what we end up getting is a redemption story for a character that we're not really sure ever really deserved it.
Yeah, or why he was so lonely to begin with.
What prompted this? What caused it? You know?
Yeah, we're never given that. That's
Is it
true.
just being a scientist, a lonely scientist who's smarter than everybody else in the room, you know?
No, because he's already trying to kill kids.
Now, I would love to see a young Tim Travers Adventures show where he
I don't think I would.
Every week he murders another kid.
I know, that's not for me. Thanks. No. But I do...
The Young Tim Travers Chronicles.
I do like the themes that they finally get to, though.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to find something in yourself to love, and ultimately why that matters and why that allows us to matter.
Yes.
The multiverse isn't different versions of our lives. It's actually different sets of laws. I mean, why should 1 + 1 = 2, right? I mean, why was there slightly more matter than antimatter? It's the same as the entirety of history. It's just the newest way to put ourselves at the center. To convince ourselves that we matter. Why is not mattering so bad? I mean, why is it so terrifying to not be the most important person? It's freeing. My mistakes are mine and mine alone. As are my victories. In life, in science, in love.
Why is it so important for humans to think that they're the center of everything? Why is it so important to matter? And Tim can't wrap his mind around that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not until certain individuals start to matter to him that he can say, like, it's not that we collectively matter. It's that people we know and people that we care about matter. We all have meaning.
It's okay. Maybe it's a cheat that he finds his way to that thought by engaging with himself.
Yeah.
But, again, the whole theme of the movie is learning to love yourself and learning to find the parts of yourself that you can hold up and say, this is good.
Right. And so they do that literally.
Very literally.
Visually,
yeah.
Literally. Like, I see what they're doing.
Something that's also pretty interesting, I think, that they do is that they make the worst version of Tim, Zeta, who is kind of leading the show for a long time. You know, he's kind of...
He becomes the alpha.
Of the smartest guys in the room, he's the smartest of the smartest guys in the room, right? Zeta becomes the alpha. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Well, at one point, Zeta tries to go through the time machine, and there's nothing on the other side of it. There's just an expanse.
Yeah, so
right?
let's back up, because this was another moment that for me, for a minute, was a wait, what kind of moment.
Sure.
Which was like, okay, what is he trying to accomplish? And the reality is he's trying to create a paradox. And when he's seemingly unable to create that paradox, he spends a good portion, the middle part of the movie, working amongst himself to try and solve the problem of where is this paradox that we've created. It's clearly somewhere. And they've decided that it's in the future and they need to catch up with it. Right? And so they work all these mathematical equations off on the chalkboard that turn the time machine into something that can go forward a minute instead of just backwards a minute.
Yeah, the time machine really only works in one direction.
Yeah, until the end when they kind of find a way to turn it on its head so that the exit door is also an entrance. And what you're referring to is that Zeta and the other Tims go to test this theory, and when they get to the edge of the doorway, there's an expanse of nothingness.
Right.
And they think they've destroyed the universe.
And they ponder about it because clearly gravity still...
That was a smart moment, too, because, again, when you're just a writer and you're just thinking of, okay, well, how do I show nothingness? And you have your character fall through the doorway and then hang, right? It's like Zeta falls out and then grabs on and he's holding on by his nails and he's going to fall.
Well, it's a void. You just drift away. Like, why would you fall?
Yeah, and this movie's smart enough to say, well, wait, gravity still exists, so there's something here.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how they kind of work towards, okay, well, what a time travel paradox creates is a lack of matter, which is only destroyed by a singularity. And so what we're actually creating is a black hole.
It's cool, and it just comes lightning fast.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that moment where Zeta goes through and is kind of dangling there is that the other Tims let him fall into the void.
Yeah, they practically kick him into the...
Pretty much just to see what will happen.
Yeah.
Right? They're just like, well, let's see if there's a bottom. It's kind of like when you have a well and you chuck a rock down into it to listen.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're trying to do here. And
with a person's life.
Zeta appears lost, but he comes back at the end in like full Super Saiyan mode. Right. With like shining hair and a white outfit.
And an echoey voice.
Yeah, he's transcended to become this sort of godlike figure, and he just Dr. Manhattan's his finger at people and they just burst, right?
Yeah, right.
But the whole reason, this is a version of Tim that has now been radicalized by the callous behavior of the other Tims, who just let him drop and fall through a void for eons.
Eternity.
Right?
Theoretically, the fact that he came back at all is a little bit of a cheat, because the idea was that he would be doing this forever. That's the other thing.
And if he had developed these powers, why wouldn't he just take a step out of reality like he does at the end and reform the universe? Which is, spoilers, what he does at the end of the movie.
Well, the fun part of that is that after he's fallen, they determine, oh, well, it's probably we've created a black hole. Well, then why didn't Zeta spaghettify? And
spaghetti, you caught that.
Yeah.
We're talking about spaghetti again.
That's a scientific term, basically, when referring to the event horizon of a black hole.
Right. It just reminded me of
Loki.
Of Obi from Loki.
Yeah, for sure.
The natural response in nature to a paradox is a black hole. So we didn't destroy the universe. We just created a black hole in that timeline that destroyed the Earth and killed everyone that we know. Oh boy. I mean, maybe if you were able to cheat your way past the spaghettification of an event horizon, then you would be moving faster than the speed of light and frozen in time relative to the universe. But you'd continue to perceive the passage of time as an illusion and just stay in that state forever. Maybe. So Zeta Tim will be falling through the void without aging or dying, literally forever. Shit, now I feel bad. An important safety tip, nobody ever go the other way.
Now I really wish we were watching Interstellar next time. Because that's what Interstellar's all about.
It's coming. But anyway, yeah, that's where Zeta was before he came back as a god. Falling for eternity. Stuck at the event horizon of a black hole created by the other Tims and their time-traveling shenanigans.
But I really like that results in the worst possible version of Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Much like the hint of human connection results in the best version of it, right? And those are the two versions you're left with to kind of dole it out at the end of existence.
Right. Sorry. Beef jerky in my throat.
You know what I found in one of these olives? A seed.
Whoa, olive seed.
There's a seed there. I'm not supposed to fucking find seeds. These are supposed to be pitted. Unbelievable.
You gotta go plant that shit.
Plant. Now I'm growing my own Tuscan garden.
That's right. Grow your own olives. So I feel like we didn't do this very narratively. Like, we didn't follow the plot of the story so much.
Look, let's be honest. Neither did they.
Well,
it's really hard to follow. Things happen sequentially, but they happen so breakneck. And this is why I think it's great that you got to at least listen to the movie a second time, because I really would have liked a second viewing of this.
Yeah, it does much better a second go round.
Just because I'm like, I know I'm missing stuff throughout. I'm trying to get the big ideas.
Well, and here's something that I wonder if you missed, because if you didn't, I missed the relevance. There's a scene where I think it's like a news report over his phone where 30 parishioners at a church disappear.
Where is the matter going?
Because they've gone to the rapture. But
yes,
it's
exactly.
Their matter disappearing to replace the matter that's being created by the duplicating Tims.
By all the Tims. Like, there's a finite amount of matter in the universe. It has to be coming from somewhere.
But they don't...
How are we...
you have to know that.
What about matter? Every time we create a new Tim, where is the matter coming from, you know? Huh. It must be pulling it from somewhere else in the universe. The equivalent to 30 Tims. That's too many Tims. Yeah, I'd say.
Thank you, Jason McKee, for that insight. insightful report on postpartum depression for men. On to national news tonight. At a Mississippi church, 30 parishioners appear to have been raptured. Details are vague, but experts are dismissing this theory, instead arguing for wormhole displacement theory. In spite of the
it's plucked up and it's dropped. And that's what this movie does, like, constant. It's just like throwing ideas. It's like that, to me, is the same as the football thing. It's easy for me to think of, say, I don't know, Rotten Tomatoes user, who might write a review of this movie and say, what was the deal with the football? Where did the football come from? This movie's terrible because it needed to explain where that football was manufactured.
It needs more relevant scenes to make it
more
good.
Relevant scenes about football. But that's sort of the same thing. It's like it's just tossed in there. Either you're going to get it or you're not, and we are moving on. And I'm glad you brought that matter thing up because I did catch that the first time, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But it's gone.
But they don't do anything with it.
They don't do anything
with it. They do it for the benefit of somebody that catches it.
What do we need to do with it, though?
I mean, does Tim realize that's happening? Because I don't think he even really recognizes it either.
No, I don't think so.
Not because he's too stupid or that he doesn't get it or whatever, but he's clearly distracted. I think somebody just got killed right in front of him or something.
Yeah.
He's distracted. Whatever's going on, it's kind of a background sound.
And the story could have endured without it.
Oh, for sure. That's my point. They don't do anything with it. I kept waiting for them to bring that back around to kind of explain how the time machine works or where the matter's actually been going, or they'll come to this revelation
right,
and it'll drive the story in one direction or another. And no, it's just nothing.
Nope.
And
I don't hate that. I'm going to be honest.
Do.
I kind of like the...
I don't, but I do. Like, I don't hate that. That it's.
I was writing when I was in like 10th grade, maybe. I wrote a series of stories that took place about 8 years in the future about my high school, and I wrote them across subject areas. Like if I had to write like a little narrative for history class or science class or whatever, I would just write another installment in this ongoing series to kind of incorporate these three characters who were at my high school in the future that were kind of in... It was sort of like an X-Files-y kind of thing.
Okay.
There was one moment in one of them where a character sneezes and no one says bless you, and so his soul left his body and never came back. And it just happened, and I didn't explain it, and... Some story down the road, I'm going to come back to that he like lost his soul because nobody said bless you when he sneezed like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that stuff's cool because you were going to come back to it, though.
I was going to come back. I never did.
Well.
And you know what my teacher wrote in the margins?
Where'd this guy's soul go?
No, it was even better. It was one of the best comments I ever got. A bit sudden. Like, yep, you're right. It is a bit sudden.
Weak script. The characters are weak.
Yes. This needed more relevant scenes.
To make it good. I'm really of two minds on that, though. I know we're still spending time on this, but I want stuff like that to matter, to move the narrative somewhere. That's what writing is.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating in one sense, but then in another sense, yeah, I get it. He's just dropping these things in here, and if you're catching them, great. If not, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
There's another one where there's a news story in the background at the bar. Did you catch that one?
Maybe not.
After he blows up in that girl's face.
Oh, with the eyeball in the drink?
Mm-hmm. You know what's on the news?
I don't remember.
Illegal Canadians are coming over the border. And they're poor.
I know. You would not believe the weird shit I've seen today.
Illegal Canadians coming down.
Can you buy me this drink?
Warming themselves at ceasefire.
I'll blow your mind.
As you know, they can't buy homes.
Listen,
live the American dream, but no, they are poor. And, I feel my heart goes out to them.
Definitely missed that one.
Yeah. The border crossing crisis, but from the north.
Oh, it's yeah. So that has been altered.
I mean, I guess so. But that's the story on the news.
I mean, this is like a pretty recent movie, I gotta believe.
And the person that's doing the news story on it, it's like a right-wing pundit who's like, actively attacking the fact that they're coming here. They're poor and they're coming here. And I feel bad for the fact that they're poor. But yeah, I remember I made note of that too. There's just little stuff in the background.
Speaking of Canada, I do have to hit you with one thing, and this is way off topic, but it was one of my trivia questions tonight that I wrote. And it's relevant to this. Not just because we're talking about Canada, because it was a haiku.
Oh.
It's a haiku, and you have to tell me what show I was talking about. It's a haiku about a TV show.
A whole trivia show that's just haikus that you've written?
I might. I really enjoyed this. The haiku was, "Toppled government. We are all under his eye. Canada looks nice."
Toppled government. We're all under his eye. This is a TV show?
It was a TV show, yeah.
I
Under his eye is a really important part of it.
Okay. I'm not gonna. We'll be here all night.
Yeah. It was A Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Okay. Yeah. But I was like, oh man, that was so much fun to put together. I'm gonna have to do more of those.
Yeah.
Haiku TV shows things.
Did the audience enjoy it?
A lot of them got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of them are like, oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
So. Yeah, that was a fun one.
That would have been the perfect time to
plug our
Letterboxd. You still got to tie this Rotten Tomatoes thing into your trivia somehow.
Yeah, I do.
He also made the joke about he's created a Marvel beam to the sky.
Oh, yeah. Is that green beam that's just shooting up?
Just shooting up into the sky. Now, normally these types of beams... normally these types of beams are blue. But
that's true, yeah.
Yeah,
green is unusual.
They're usually blue, but yeah, he's just like...
His characterization of it as a Marvel beam is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that almost made me laugh.
So we've alluded to this throughout, but a massive group of the Tims, in fact, most of the Tims, just elect to have an orgy in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And they go into a room, and one of them is like, orgy's happening, and the other one's like, well, it's about time, and they all pile in. Like, they've all been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Afterwards, one of the Tims says to them, I think Zeta, who says, you sluts.
Yeah.
How was it? Amazing. Incredible. Best sex ever. Obviously, great. Pretty bland, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were done jerking each other off. It was great. In all fairness, great bonding experience. And I learned some things about myself. And Tao! How about you go get us some more coffee? Go. Go now. Now! You're just jealous that no one invited you to the orgy.
Ooh.
The orgy thing is crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I guess it's the precursor to having some kind of self-discovery, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's there to reinforce the message of the movie, really.
Maybe, I guess.
In a very explicit way. But I mean, even that, the orgy is wanton. It's carnal. And what Gamma and the other Tim kind of experience is something much more emotional than that. So I don't know. I look at the orgy as being kind of this dividing point.
Yeah.
Between Gamma and Zeta.
Yeah.
On their track. Because neither one of them participates.
And neither does the one that dies. What number was he?
I don't know which one. I can't remember the one
Beta
that dies.
Or something?
Maybe. I don't know. There's so many to keep track of.
That's because of the scene where they duplicate themselves so many times because they're drunk. And they're like, the time machine only goes back a minute. Why did we think 21 drunk Tims would be better than 3? So they were drunk. The sober one went off with a girl, and they're trying to solve this puzzle. So they're like, oh, we need more of us. But they're already drunk. So they're just creating more drunk Tims because it only goes back a minute.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's really
it's like, why did you think 21 drunk Tims would be better?
All the Tims, like, I mean, a lot of them just have, like, these fleeting moments, but I love them when they're all kind of engaging with each other. When somebody discovers the dead Tim and says, somebody's been picking off the Tims on the coffee runs, and everybody's, like, kind of indifferent towards it. And then they specify, also, this does mean there's no coffee. And someone's
Yeah.
like, no!
Yeah, that's what they get upset about.
That's what they're mad about.
That's when they were instituting the buddy system, which I also thought was funny.
Yes, yeah. Oh, man. There's a lot of really great ideas in this movie. And I think most of them are fully cooked.
Yeah, and I feel like we've been doing this long enough. I feel like we need to get to the climax of the movie, the end, right? Are we there yet?
We can talk about the climax, yeah. It's just Zeta and Gamma.
And then the architect guy.
He is the architect. He's the Matrix architect. It's Keith David. He's the simulator. He is, for all intents and purposes, God.
Because they've broken reality with their paradox, the center of the universe has moved down the block.
Right, yeah. It's the center of the universe now. It's whatever's left, right?
Yeah, right. So they go to the center of the universe just to check it out, Zeta and Gamma. Basically, after Gamma talks Zeta down off the ledge.
And he has a little moment where he breaks down in tears.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, that was literally holding
Forever. They left me in a black hole. They left me alone, literally forever. Yeah, that wasn't cool. Not that it matters, but I wasn't a part of that. So it makes you the best of us. Grading on a curve.
And then they go to the center of the universe where they meet the architect.
And what I love is that they call him on his bullshit so quick.
Yeah.
Because he's talking in those evasive, mysterious terms like, I am the Alpha and the Omega, and you could call me a storyteller. What does that mean?
Yeah,
right. And then they use that storyteller thing and they just pull him down farther and farther and farther.
Right.
I am the Alpha and Omega.
That is not what I asked, God. Two others like you. What are you?
You could call me a storyteller.
What does that mean?
I create a story and share it with others of my kind for spiritual growth and compensation.
Like a novelist?
In only the most reductive terms.
But you have a publisher.
It's complicated. Self-publishing.
Oh, he isn't even published.
Self-publishing is a respected step in the literary process. It is not my fault that you don't understand the industry.
Yeah.
We are a retail product for a bored, failed writer is what they end up at.
Yeah, that's 3 out of the 4 listener requests are about failed writers.
Yeah. But only one of them was Keith David.
And he gets eliminated pretty quick because Zeta has hacked the system.
And you think he's talking in metaphor about all this storytelling stuff.
Uh-huh.
But God, I love it when they ask him what his book is about. And he says,
oh, yeah.
What's your novel even about?
It's about a rich boy who finds himself on the mean streets. And by finds himself, I mean finds himself.
Stop, awful. No. And I don't mean just stop talking. I mean stop writing. Go back to what I assume was a perfectly good IT job and be thankful that you have...
Enough!
And they're like, oh,
stop.
Jesus Christ.
Just stop.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's really good.
So fucking tired.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, man, that is so good.
Yeah, this is a movie that kind of defied expectation. They eliminate Architect. They kick him out of the game, out of the simulation that is the universe. And then they decide to rebuild it in their own image.
Yes.
And
Zeta's left to do it because he's the one with the ability.
The godlike powers that he somehow gained after being stuck in an event horizon.
For millennia.
Yeah, that's still a wait what for me a little bit.
You're just not thinking fourth dimensionally.
Right, I have a real problem with that.
Okay, but I mean,
yeah, but whatever.
He's been floating around for billions of years.
Yeah, but he was never supposed to be able to get out of it. And I don't know why that would give him superpowers. I guess he just had enough time to think about how it actually works and broke
Eventually the universe just gives
Who
you...
knows?
It's like, you've been a good sport.
Yeah, things happen over a millennia, At any rate, yeah, so Zeta's rebuilding the universe in his own image, and Then they do this weird kind of time jump to the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
That shows that this whole story took place billions of years before the story started?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we then move 14 billion years into the future.
And it's the start of the movie.
Yes. So this all happened before. It's like Battlestar Galactica, guys.
I guess it's just because they restarted the universe.
Yes, and then we fast forward to the point that catches up.
With the movie.
Developmentally where we were.
Right. But it changes.
Yes, because instead of firing up the machine, Tim is like, what am I thinking? Just unplugs the machine. I got a date tonight. I got other things to do. But then, as he's stepping away from it, he hesitates for a second, looks back, and then gets hit in the face with the football.
Yeah.
And Zeta's standing there, and he just says, dumbass. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. It's way better than I anticipated it being.
Man.
Like, even as I was watching it, the go back and second watch really made it for me.
I'll tell you what sold me on this movie from early in the film.
Oh, so you're smarter than me and you got it right away.
No. I'm just, you know me. It's like, hey, show me a good poster. Give me a tagline. Give me something sweet,
Right.
The scene with him in the lab at the beginning, when the title of the film appears, Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox.
Yeah.
It's in this huge font on the left-hand side of the screen, adjacent to the time machine, and the title is reflecting on the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, you got me. That's all I needed.
Really? That's all you needed?
Do something cool with the titles, and I'm good.
Well, that's crazy, because
I'm easy to please, man.
Not to be insulting. Normally when I start watching things for the podcast, you're immediately watching for, okay, well, what am I going to talk about?
Right.
Whether you're taking notes or just absorbing. And I did not like the opening titles. Not specifically what you're talking about here, but the titles being like superimposed into the environment the way that they were as the camera moved forward. It was just jarring and irritating.
You mean like as we're speeding through the exterior of the lab and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff, that seemed a little like, I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, when it showed the actual Tim Travers title, it's just a stationary shot in the lab, and it's kind of reflecting on the ground.
Yeah, by the time we got there, it's different.
The thing that got me early on was the studio bumper at the very beginning. Animortal, the studio.
Yeah.
Where there's like this huge fucking muscular dude in a fucking diaper walking around a backyard.
Yeah, it's like a statue.
I was like, this is fucking weird.
It is weird.
This guy is weird. I'm uncomfortable right now. What is this movie?
Isn't it like a stone statue that came to life or something?
I don't think so. I think he was a real guy.
Oh.
Just walking around.
In a diaper.
He was definitely wearing a diaper.
Okay.
If you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
How about the time travel in this movie? Are we ready to talk about time travel?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this is a machine that will let you go backwards 1 minute. It's basically an indoor pyramid with one door and some fancy lights. It's like basically just a tunnel. You can see through it.
Yeah, it is a tunnel.
And you just walk through the tunnel and it takes you back in time 1 minute.
Like, you can see through the tunnel. Like,
Yeah.
you can see yourself, you can see the past on the other end of the tunnel.
Once you've walked through it. Yeah.
And you can engage with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
you can shoot yourself in the head if you want.
Over and over and over again.
Right, repeatedly.
Yeah.
Interesting time machine.
Yeah.
I think. It looks kind of cool. Like this kind of cool tower kind of thing.
Delilah walks in and is more interested in the human hamster wheel.
Which they use to power the device at one point.
Yeah,
right?
Later on in the movie, yeah. When they're out of plutonium, maybe? Is that...
Let's be honest. Delilah's old enough to know about Double Dare. Right? If any one of us of a certain age walks into a lab and there's a human hamster wheel, we are gravitating towards the hamster wheel.
Yeah, well, he was a little surprised she was into it.
Yeah.
But
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know, man. This thing's a means to an end. It's basically just an archway, right? I mean,
yeah. This is a middle of the road one for me. functionally
middle to low.
It serves the plot well.
It does what it needs to do for the movie, for sure. But as far as a cool time machine,
I've seen less cool. So the question is...
Really? In all of our
does this go
100 plus episodes?
Well, here's the thing. We've got 8 time machines ranked for the season right now.
Okay.
Does this go between the time regressor and the Atari backpack, or between the Atari backpack and self-hypnosis?
I like the Atari backpack better.
I think I like the Atari backpack too. I think it's pretty marginal. I like the Atari backpack because it's reminiscent of the device in Predestination.
Right.
Where it's like there's a physical effect of using it, whether it's papers fluttering off.
Yeah,
there's like displacement, like air displacement is happening.
For sure. Yeah, that's what we talked about in the episode. And just visually speaking, even, it's fun. It's a cool little design. This is just sort of a lighted exit.
Yeah. It's got a literal exit sign on it.
Yeah. But what is under self-hypnosis? Is it the city?
The city is right under self-hypnosis. This goes above self-hypnosis, though, I think. It's a little bit cooler.
All right. But only because it's got those buttons that are, like, so dangerous that they have those caps that you have to push down on them. Yeah. Like, if you want to engage with the controls, you have to flip up the little guard before you can push the button.
Yeah, that's right.
Those always make things cool.
This is a little more reliable than self-hypnosis, too. I love the idea that you can just be on one end of it, look through, and see yourself a minute in the past on the other side of it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a cool visual. I like that.
And we learn that time quakes create black holes.
Right.
You see, where Millennium takes a paradox and creates time quakes, Tim Travers takes paradox and creates black holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I prefer black holes. That seems a little bit more...
It makes a little more sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it...
What number does that make it?
That makes it number 6 right now.
6, okay.
On our list, which is out of 9. So that is right there in the middle.
Yeah. I think that's going to fall a little bit, I feel.
Oh, I feel like it's going to go down as the season goes on. But, the time regressor's still kind of the bulwark of this list here.
As it should be. What's coming up next week?
The next episode is going to be Palm Springs.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Which is a Groundhog Day kind of...
Isn't it also like a murder mystery, sort of, or something?
I don't think so.
Okay. I've heard good things. Yeah.
Andy Samberg is in it. Kristen Milioti is in it, who appeared in The Penguin as Sofia Falcone.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons is in this movie.
Oh, there you go.
Camila Mendez from Riverdale is in it. Tyler Hoechlin, whatever his name is. Superman is in this movie.
Okay.
Peter fucking Gallagher is in this. No shit. All right.
Yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That's the next episode of Oh Boy. Next week, we will be doing Spoiled Tomatoes again. Those have been going smoothly, I feel like. Let us know if you're enjoying those. I think next week's guest is Sonic the Hedgehog artist Tracy Yardley.
The Sonic the Hedgehog artist.
The artist, yeah. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying those Spoiled Tomatoes episodes, let us know. It seems to be working out pretty well. I like it.
I think they're fun. I hope you guys like playing along with those. I know I like Monday morning quarterbacking my performance on them. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to the show on your preferred podcast apps. Apps plural, as always.
Mm-hmm.
Rate the show if you can. 5 stars.
5 stars only.
5 stars only. That's all we accept. We accept nothing less.
Nothing but the best.
You've come to expect nothing less from us. So we expect nothing less from you.
Oh, boy.
Drop us a line at ohboyqlpod@gmail.com. And follow us on our social media pages. We're OhBoyPod on Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd, which, again, the only place to go to find haiku reviews of the movies that we've talked about. Yeah. I wish I could say I put a lot of effort into those, but I think the whole point is that haikus are relatively easy to write.
You don't have to say that you didn't put effort in.
No, they're all works of art.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. Poetry is inherently art.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, folks, again, thank you as always. Until next time, I'm Brian.
And I'm Nate.
And we'll see you in the future.
Guy Friendly 7T, August 14th. 1 star. I can admit the movie was interesting. The way watching a toddler crawl around corners to make sure you're watching their tantrum is interesting. The performances were good. The film is well shot and constructed. The problem is that eventually you figure out that this movie is the filmmaker's tantrum. A puerile exercise in narcissism and nihilism, attempting to wrap the filmmaker's ennui in a message of, quote, accept yourself even if you are an evil person who kills without empathy and are willing to destroy the universe to prove it has no meaning, unquote. Some people will be confused by the trappings and think this is deep or brave, but it's anything but either. A silly and juvenile romp through metaphysical muck. Avoid.